Alexander Usyk's heavyweight debut. The opponent is in jeopardy as he has failed with an adverse drug test finding via Vada. Wow. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing if you want to become part of the gang, notification gang. Please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We work and sign up for ESPN Plus using my link. It is in the description box of all of my videos. And I'm an affiliate, so it helps the channel. We got a real good fight, coming of age fight with Adesanya and Robert Whittaker in Australia. Dope stuff, dope pay-per-view. So thank you for the people who purchased the pay-per-view through me. Definitely helps the channel. Now, bad news on the Dazn home front for rematch room. Eddie Hearn, Usyk is moving up to heavyweight. He himself had to pull out of his last fight with Carlos Takam because he was injured. Now we have this 20 minutes ago, so bright, brand new, hot off the presses. Eddie Hearn on his verified account says, "We have been contacted by Vada to inform us that there has been an adverse finding in TYRONE SPONG drug test. It has been sent to the state of Illinois where the fight's to take place, I think in Chicago or something, commission, and further information will be released in the morning. We have reserve opponents standing by." So obviously that does not sound good. Sounds like Usyk will continue to fight, but most likely it's not going to be TYRONE SPONG, former MMA fighter who I have no idea why Eddie Hearn even made this matchup. You know, out of all the heavyweights that Usyk could have a debut with, why, you know, someone that is an MMA fighter turned boxer who hasn't really done anything as a boxer. I don't know where he would even be ranked, but whatever. He failed a drug test. I don't know what he failed for because it hasn't came out, but the fact that he says it's going to be turned over to the Illinois, I mean, bottom line is, how are you going to explain yourself out of it in 6 days time or whatever? If you failed, you failed. If it's banned, it's banned. You know, we've seen this story with Billy Joe Saunders, Gerald Big Baby Miller, you know, Luis Ortiz at a point, right? So what's the point? Like, honestly, you know what the outcome is likely to be, because with actual recent and sudden deaths, like unrelated to drugs, but just deaths in the sport, like Maxim Dadashev, right? These types of things, no commission is going to approve if you have, there's no point to even test. If you have failed a drug test or you have banned substances in your system, most people aren't going to approve you to fight, especially with the microscope being on boxing with recent deaths and stuff like that, because that blood would be on their watch if something criminal happens. I don't know about the US, the UK, but as far as fights in the US, it typically, you know what's going to happen unless there was some kind of clerical error or error within the laboratory testing and they're able to decipher that. Now, that's the USA where I'm at. UK, they have their own rules. And you see, I tweeted this immediately upon finding this news. How come Dillian White was allowed to fight Oscar Rivas with an adverse test finding, but Spong can't fight Usyk? Let my nigga Spong get some adverse finding work, laughing my ass off. Obviously, I'm being facetious. Hashtag new media. And it's funny, immediately after the Gennady Golovkin fight, I streamed, and I told you guys that the DAZN curse, in my opinion, would strike again before the end of the year. I am literally a psychic. You know, Ego Stradamus strikes again. I just said this, and I know some of you guys, if you watch my channel, I know you guys actually listen. You know, I just said that. I said the DAZN, I literally said Usyk's name too. I said the DAZN curse will strike again before the end of the year. It's just the stage is set. I said either Usyk, something's gonna happen with his fight. I said, you know, another loss, just whatever. And now here's the Dazn curse in full effect. Literally 6 days or so before his heavyweight debut, after pulling out and scrapping the Carlos Takam idea, right? Usyk's opponent is in limbo. Horrible. More bad news for Eddie Hearn, for Dazn. You know, this is a paid subscription. This is a paid subscription. People are paying to, you know, view your content. And if it's all these changes and it's not the match they signed up for, you look at people with the tickets. Yeah, of course, every promoter goes through this, every advisor or whatever, staging fights. There's times where fights pull out, but in this concentrated period of time, this is just bad, man. They did a press conference for KSI, Logan Paul, and Dazn's putting so much energy in this, and look what's happening right here. Again, Usyk already was supposed to fight in May, the weekend of May 18th, because I remember it was conflicting. The initial date was going to be on the same date as Deontay Wilder versus Dominic Breazeale, a fight that I covered, I went to live. And then they backed up the date to like May 16th or May 17th or something like that, as to not conflict with the Wilder fight. But then it didn't matter because Usyk pulled out because he had a bicep tear. So now, you know, Triple G looked horrible and really lost. Katie Taylor really lost. Joshua did lose. You know, Josh Kelly didn't look so hot in his last fight where Ray Robinson arguably lost that. You know, it's just, this is one thing after another. Gerald Miller fight with Joshua got scrapped. Like, people are paying their hard-earned dollar to see these events, and they keep getting compromised, folded. You like recently, they said Joseph Parker is supposed to fight at the end of the month on a Regis Prograis Josh Taylor card. That's a very good card. Regis Prograis almost pulled out of the tournament because he hadn't been compensated and things weren't looking like, you know, they weren't looking like they were agreed upon, you know, things that he was promised he hadn't received. So they had that whole, it's just a lot of drama, you know, Regis Prograis pulling out of the tournament. Everyone thinks the Josh Taylor fight gets canceled. Then it doesn't get canceled. So people are like, all right, cool. It's supposed to have a co-feature of Joseph Parker versus Derek Chisora. But then now they're saying Joseph Parker pulled out of the fight. I made a video about it because he got bit by a spider. So, you know, weeks before the fight, he's too ill and it's going to set him too far back in camp where, you know, his fight got canceled. So people are looking forward to these events, both in the US and the UK, and they keep folding, they keep collapsing. Again, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see the TYRONE SPONG, unless there was some type of dramatic error. He's probably not going to be able to fight Usyk. So people who bought tickets for that particular fight, you know, most likely Usyk's going to fight someone less than. Do you think they're really going to put Adam Kaunowski or F.A. Ajagba in with Usyk with 5-6 days notice for a heavyweight debut? So most likely the main event is now compromised to a lesser event because TYRONE SPONG, just coming from an MMA background, having power, maybe he could have given some weird looks, or at least with his power, given Usyk problems. But now Usyk will probably fight someone lesser. Bad news, I predicted it. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.